Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me Matt. We have a tutorial here on Spearhead into France. But psych, it's on the Eastern Front, so it's not France. Probably Eastern Germany or something. Or Poland. Let's go through the players. We have Monstrum as Panzer Tactics for the Waffen-SS straight out the gate. And Nobby Gops, also as the Waffen-SS without a command choice. Represent the Soviets today. We have Muru as Rifle Division straight out the gate. And Sleeping Sub as Shock Division straight out the gate. Ooh, okay. Let's see how this turns out for them, shall we? Then we are starting with some Storm Grenadiers here for the Waffen-SS quickly rushing out. And to secure some ground as the Storm Pioneers heading down here to the fuel point. Speed into France is an interesting map. Looks like it's been added a lot more detail since I last saw it. Probably still an ongoing project. Looks very detailed now. A lot more trucks around, some dead horses, all that kind of stuff. All the stuff you'd see on a battlefield, I suppose. Like a little camp here with a sleeping tents and everything. Where some soldiers probably set up. Storm Pioneers are going to engage with these sappers here. Storm Pioneers should win that pretty handily, especially with support from the flank from Storm Grenadiers. Looks like Muno is focusing mostly on sappers, but they're going for some Fontaviki instead. So not going to be focusing on conscripts evidently. Meanwhile, the Germans also engaging up here with the conscripts. Bulwark has managed to suppress them, which means the Storm Pioneers can safely approach. But they're still out in the open, so it's not the easiest approach there. They do fire a lot slower when they're suppressed, as you can see. Soviets are holding up down here. They're setting up behind their cover the best they can. Zappa's definitely not going to do well in that approach. But the Fontaviki are in a good position now. The Germans also advancing up here quickly. Bulwark lost its gunner. Conscripts are just holding up on Fontaviki as well. Zappa's on the flank. We also have a tank on the section. Lots of things happening down here. Fontaviki might get overrun by a grenade here. Ooh, and they definitely did not like that. But Maxim sets up to cover their retreat. Lots of Soviet force up here. Forcing the Germans somewhat back. Back to better cover positions and awaiting more reinforcements. The Germans so far has got the upper hand of supply because they managed to get both munitions points. Which will certainly allow them to upgrade themselves a lot faster. Can come in pretty handy in Spearhead. But the Soviets are going to advance. We're getting inside the building with a tank hunter. That's very smart. There we go, one shot from that PTIS will do it. Looks like the Storm Pioneer makes it back. Storm Pioneers are quickly rushing up to try and take the spot. They are very accurate infantry, so they might be able to do a good job here. Meanwhile, the Germans have set up an MG-34 down here to cover the southern ground and some Hitler Youth. That was from the Soviets are pushing forwards. Being equipped with some flamethrowers. Before toss of an angle here. But they're going to use the buildings. MG-34 is also hold fire. Very smart. Oh, there we go. It's fine. Oh, the Vegan now getting out there. Ooh, an MG-34 is mowing them down. But a grenade does go off. Force the MG-44 off. And the rest of the German infantry is starting to push up here. Using a lot of cover to their advantage. And grenade on them from the Hitler Youth might be an incendiary. Nope, just a normal fragmentation. Okay, while the Soviets are still fighting up here. MG-34 coming up here for the northern flank. But the Soviets had pushed the Germans off down here for now. Maxim definitely laying down a lot of suppressive fire at the Hitler Youth and the Storm Pioneers. Take up for the Soviets, getting more manpower and medics. Take up for the northern Soviet player. As the Soviets, you just have to build the base buildings to take up. Also, the Waffen says you have to call these Sver well, the Schwerwehrmacht here to set up your HQ, like this one is doing. That's how they take up. Kind of different playstyles for both factions here. Maxim's doing a pretty good job. That's gonna force them off. And the Soviets are threatening their munitions points now, which they definitely need to do. Because the Soviets need more upgraded equipment on the field, I feel. One more front to Vika. The Hitler Youth just cannot keep up with all this machine gun fire coming their way. But we do have the MG34 coming up. That will set up. Find a truck by looks of it. Then we had some Hitler Youth sitting up behind these logs and planks. So the Soviets have managed to secure both munitions points soon. So now the Germans need to get some other way to get more munitions to their own equipment. Munitions are very important Spearhead if you haven't figured. Because getting upgrades for your soldiers can be very vital. MT-42 is being handed out to the Sturm Grenadier now. Gotta give them a lot more firepower. They're being called here by the Soviet lieutenant. Grenade being thrown, but it hits the building. That's going to be Soviet heavy artillery. Well, that's heavy, but Soviet artillery arrives in bulk after the two ranging shots. Like so. Even denies that building entirely. That's Soviet artillery. And we'll have a lot of Sturm Grenadiers pushing up here. 3 squads of Sturm Grenadiers. That's a lot of very good infantry. First they're trying to make this into an HQ, which actually takes a while now. You also cannot get your battle groups from them anymore. You need to get them from the buildable one. Not the one you can set up in civilian structures. And they are also going to deny a territory, which might disable that from happening. Looks like they grabbed the DPM here. That actually still goes off, but I'm not sure it's going to be useful. Because they can just decapture the building now. Which I think the Germans are quickly going to move to do. But that's basically just 240 manpower down the drain, so to speak. They're quickly rushing up to decapture it. And unfortunately, I don't think it shows when you decapture it, but it should be doing it. Just keep an eye on it for a bit. It might be broken, I don't know. E70 on the southern flank here. And the Germans don't have any AT equipment on the Hitler Youth. We assault on the Soviet infantry though. E70. Oh yeah, and you see, did get decaptured up here, so it does work. Anyway, T-70 is still pushing up here, using high explosives to kill most of the Hitler Youth. We have a pack being rushed up. Pack 40. Which can one-shot the T-78. More Soviet infantry pushing up. Lots of Soviet Frontoviki here. The Grenadiers are still pushing up against the Soviets on this flank. There's no commander choice though from the Northern Waffen-SS. I wonder what they're waiting for. Just drinking some cola. My throat is still feeling pretty down, but I managed to be able to record something more today. And I have a day off because I'm feeling sick. I might as well just do some recording if I have the chance to do it, you know. Maxim sitting up here. But the Germans have secured a lot of points, including gonna be both field points if they keep this under control. The Soviets are definitely working a little bit on the back foot. But still, there's been no need of a commander choice up here for not big ups. Because they're still waiting. Again, you don't really need a commander sometimes. Sometimes you can do fine without one. It depends on how you're trying to play, I suppose. The commander just gives you a very good utility options depending on what you pick. But the Mthis can do pretty well even without a commander. And that's a good great assault there. T70 pushing up. Which the Germans do have a Pack 40 rushing up on the northern flank. This T70 might be dead. Oh, it doesn't penetrate! And now the Soviets know there's a Pack 40 up there. This T70 has to back off quick. Oh yeah, I don't think Sleeping Sub is gonna do well against this Pack 40. Yeah, it goes. More conscripts arriving, but the Soviets are really lacking in troops up there. The Soviets are pushing on the southern flank though. Doing pretty well too. Raids being exchanged. And not exchanged, but just thrown. Soviet lieutenant still around to the southern flank. Oh! That's a registered mortar! Oh, so the Soviet rifle gets registered artillery. Okay, so that's the one that works like a mine, basically. That if you step on it, it essentially calls in artillery. Which is really cool. That's really cool. Well, technically you don't step on it. You actually have to activate it. It's just registered that at this time, it will the artillery will land. That's kind of how it works. Oh, well, that's at this time it will be fired. Bravo moving up though. It's because it has no infantry support. Anti-tank rifle grenades being shot at it. Yeah, the Soviets on the northern flank are not doing too hard. Artillery landing here on the Soviet side down here. Pulled in by the German command tank. And well, the crowd mode didn't get killed. Soviets need some more infantry up there, I think. Germans certainly seem to have our hand here at the moment. So, Frontoviki and another crowd mower is being prepared. Oh, we have some stormtroopers on the field here. We're getting a lot of different units coming out on the field here for the Waffen-SS. Even without a commander choice.
Standing by. Send orders. Attention! Ready yourself for orders.
Hitler youth setting up here. There's still. Oh yeah, registered artillery is going in. So they immediately have to get out of. Rifle veterans here. Unique squad available to Soviet rifle. You can only have one of them in the field at a time though. But pretty potent. The Germans are going to secure the southern flank now. The heavy cover is protecting the Storm Pioneers here from the crowd mower. At least somewhat. Has to reload there. The Ballalung hits the building. Stormtroopers going on the flank there, but he has to pull back. Leskin's about to get flanked. Oh, some shock troops being pulled in. Good to see. But they are in a very vulnerable spot there because of the MG42. Oh, well, the Soviets seem to be being overrun at the moment. Ooh, and that's another dead crowd mower. Now there's also Panzer IV J in the field, so I think they're being ready to overrun the Soviets up here. But the Soviets have secured the southern flank again. Thanks to these rifle veterans and their very accurate fire. Like, do not underestimate the rifle guard squad here. These guys can do a lot of work for you. Just have to put them in the right spots. They're only happy to equip with a DPM, so they have a light machine gun with them. But Germans are taking in outside the Soviet base. There's some heavy cover here the shock troopers can use. They equip with some DPMs, or a DPM. You also have a Dushka machine gun. High explosive being loaded. That's actually a heat round. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Soviets up here. They definitely not have a good start. Down here, though, they're doing pretty fine. But Germans are getting a lot more equipment out at the moment. So much firing going on down here. But the Soviet base is being threatened now bit by bit. Which is not what the Soviets want. And we actually have a command choice finally. It is Panzer. A little bit late choice, but now they both have Panzer. So it's slowly being pushed back. We do have the Captain on the field here from the Rifle Division. Without a weapon for some reason. This gun arriving. Needs to set down like that. Got a good shot there. Manages to back off though. Maxim setting up inside the building there with a Fontavigi. When it's to take it into a forward HQ, that's a very risky maneuver so close to the front. Especially when in artillery range here from the mortar and the command tank. We have a T-34 being called in. Here we're going to see artillery being called straight down on the HQ building there. And the Soviets cancel it, realizing what's going to happen, I think. One T-3476 is not going to be enough. More shock Fontavigi being called onto the field. Here comes the artillery. Definitely denying the potential forward HQ. Yep, setting it ablaze. Throw grenades into the Soviet base now. And the Soviets are not doing too good up there, that's for certain. Let's see if the Soviets can make a breakthrough with this T-34. If not, they might be in deep trouble. Capitan is doing his best. With his invisible pistol. Firing out of his nose. That's awkward, okay. And the shock team's being mowed down by the MT-42s here. And the very skilled storm grenadier. Rifle veterans inside the central church here, but it's being shot at by the stolen Maxim. Good shot there from the Sis gun. And the Soviets are just not doing well here at all. They're bad, but there's not a lot of cover there. I'll do some Fontavigi from the flank is supporting. But at this point, the Soviets surrender. Well, it was a short and good match, and it's fine by me that it's not too long because I'm sick. So, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next one, everyone. Bye-bye!